are you today? My name is Miss Tiffany and I am so excited to have you here today. Today we will be learning about pumpkin patches. Yay! Have you ever been to a pumpkin patch? I go to a pumpkin patch every year with my family to pick out our pumpkins for Halloween, and it is so much fun and I'd love to tell you all about it. But before we get started, we need to call my favorite puppet, Mr. Stripes. Can you help me call Mr. Stripes? Say, "Oh, Mr. Stripes." Hi, friends. How are you today? Hi, Mr. Stripes. We are so glad that you're here today to help us learn about the pumpkin patch. I love the pumpkin patch. I actually just went to the pumpkin patch. Mr. Stripes just went to the pumpkin patch. Did you guys hear that? Well, Mr. Stripes, did you bring any of the pumpkins you got there to show us? I did. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness, look at this first pumpkin. This is a big pumpkin and it's orange and it has a stem. This is so cool, Mr. Stripes. I like the pumpkin you picked. Do you guys like the pumpkin Mr. Stripes picked? Me too. I have another one. Oh, he has another one. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, look at this pumpkin. It's a little smaller, and look, it's bumpy. Do you see all the bumps on the pumpkins? Did you know pumpkins can all be different? They come in different shapes and sizes and even colors. He has one more. Except this pumpkin's not a real pumpkin, this one's a decoration, but you could find real pumpkins that are colors kind of like this. They also have white pumpkins and green pumpkins. Did you know that? Have you ever seen a white pumpkin before? Cool! So, and you could also paint pumpkins. Are you going to paint your pumpkins, Mr. Stripes? I am. How are you going to paint your pumpkins? I'm going to paint this one to look like a ghost. Like a ghost? Yeah, I'm gonna paint it white and then do some eyes and a mouth on it. Oh, that sounds so fun. And are you gonna paint your bumpy pumpkin? Yes, I'm gonna paint it my favorite color, blue. Oh, that would be beautiful. That is so fun. Are you going to paint pumpkins this year? Awesome. All right, well, Mr. Stripes is going to go, so can we say bye to Mr. Stripes? Bye, Mr. Stripes. That was so nice of Mr. Stripes to come and visit us today, wasn't it? All right, we are going to do a little thing. We're going to pretend we're at a pumpkin patch, and we're going to look at all the different types of pumpkins they have. And I have a little poem to read to you about it. Do you see all of my pumpkins? And right here it has some words. It says, pick a pumpkin. Can you help me read that? Can you say pick a pumpkin with me? Ready? Pick a pumpkin. And all of my pumpkins have words underneath it to describe what the pumpkin's like. So I have orange and green and happy and mean. Can you show me a happy face and then a mean face like my pumpkins? Ready? Happy. Oh, that's a great happy face. Now show me your mean face. Ready? Mean. Oh, that is a mean face. Good job. And then big. That is a really big pumpkin. And small. And then a skinny pumpkin. So we have lots of different pumpkins at our pumpkin patch that we could pick from. So this is how the poem goes. It says, pick a pumpkin orange. Pick a pumpkin green. Pick one with a happy face, or pick one that is mean. Pick a pumpkin big. Pick a pumpkin small. Pick a pumpkin skinny. What's your favorite of them all? Which one was your favorite pumpkin? My favorite pumpkin was the big pumpkin because I love to have big pumpkins. I think they are so fun. Do you like big pumpkins or little pumpkins? That's great. All right. we are going to sing a song about pumpkins, and we're going to practice counting to the number 5. Can you show me 5 fingers? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 fingers. Do you have 5 fingers? Let's see. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you know what else I have 5 of? I have 5 pumpkins. Do you want to see my 5 pumpkins? Oh, they got stuck. There we go. All right. Here are my 5 pumpkins. And look at, they each have a number on it. Do you see my numbers? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to sing a little song that goes along with my pumpkins. Have you ever heard the song 5 Little Speckled Frogs? So it goes 5 little speckled frogs. Have you heard that one? Okay, this is kind of like that, except it's 5 pumpkins, orange and round. Can you say that? Say 5 pumpkins, orange and round. And then the next part is sits on the cold, cold ground. Can you say that? Sits on the cold, cold ground. Let's see if we could do that together. Ready? 5 pumpkins, orange and round, sits on the cold, cold ground. Okay, and the next part is ready to be some pumpkin pie. Do you eat pumpkin pie? I eat pumpkin pie. So we're going to say ready to be some pumpkin pie, and then we're going to go yum, yum, because pumpkin pie is delicious. Can you say yum, yum with me? Yum, yum. And then along came Farmer Brown. So Farmer Brown is the guy that grows all the pumpkins. So he's the one that's growing them all at his farm. And he picked one that's big and round. And then we're going to take one out. Okay, let's try singing it together and just do your very best. Oh, sorry, I'll tell you the last line. Now there are, and we'll see how many there are. So it would be 4 next, pumpkins in the ground. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Are you ready? Show me 5 fingers. 5 pumpkins, big and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be some pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's big and round. Now there are 4 pumpkins. 4 pumpkins on the ground. All right, so I have 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do it again, and you're going to show me 4 fingers. Ready? 4 pumpkins, big and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there are 3 left in the ground. Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3 pumpkins. Can you show me 3 fingers? Good job. Are you ready to sing it with me? 3 pumpkins, big and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there are 2 left on the ground. Okay, let's count. 1, 2. So now we need to do 2 fingers. Can you show me 2? Good job. Ready? 2 pumpkins, nice and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there is 1 left in the ground. Okay, can you help me count to 1? 1. That was easy. Can you show me 1 finger? Okay, ready? 1 pumpkin, big and round, sat on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, he picked one nice and round. Now there are no pumpkins on the ground. All the pumpkins are gone. So when you go to a pumpkin patch, there are rows and rows of pumpkins at some, And I've been to one that they take all the pumpkins and they kind of put them in little piles together. So sometimes they're in nice rows and you can walk up and down. And sometimes they're in big piles. And you walk around and you look. Do you want to help me look? And you try and look for a pumpkin that you want to buy. And they have like wheelbarrows or wagons, and you fill up your wheelbarrow or your wagon, and then you take it to the worker and you buy your pumpkins to take home. And it is so much fun. Some other things they do at the pumpkin patch are hay rides on, like, behind the tractor. Have you ever been on a hay ride? It is so much fun, but it's kind of bumpy. Can you pretend that you're on a hay ride with me? Ready? Bump, 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 bump. And let's pretend we're at the pumpkin patch. Let's put on our binoculars and look around the pumpkin patch. Bump, 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 bump. Look over there. I see a scarecrow. Can you wave to Mr. Scarecrow? Hi, Mr. Scarecrow. Let's keep looking at the pumpkin patch. Bump, 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 bump. Look over there. I see big pumpkins. Do you see the big pumpkins? Say hi, big pumpkins. Bump, 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 bump. And keep looking. I see a corn maze. Do you know what a corn maze is? This is where there's lots of corn and they do a little path that you could go through and try and get through the corn maze. Does that look fun? Say hi, corn maze. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, and look at over there. You could paint your pumpkins. Look over there. Do you see where they're painting pumpkins? That looks like so much fun. Yay! Oh, it looks like our hayride is coming to a stop. Okay, everybody off. Do, 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 do. Did you have fun make-believing that we were on a hayride together? I had so much fun doing that. And we are ready to play a game. So let me just get my pieces to my game really quick. Okay, so we talked about how pumpkins can be all different shapes and sizes and colors at a pumpkin patch. Well, we're going to have some pumpkins that are fun shapes. Not that you would find in real life, but they're perfect for our preschool. So I have this one. Do you know what this shape is? A triangle. And then I have this one. Do you know what that shape is? It looks like a circle, but it's an oval because it's kind of squished. It's not a perfect circle. Do you know what this shape is? A diamond. And some diamonds have two names. You could call them a diamond, or a fancy name is rhombus. Can you say rhombus? Rhombus. Great job. And look at this one's a circle pumpkin. That's right, a circle. And then I have a rectangle. And then what's this one? A star. That is my favorite shape. I love stars. And then I have a square. And then tell me what my last one is. Can you see the little bumps on the top? It's a heart. That's right. All right, so I have all of my pumpkins right here. And I have this letter. This is the letter P, and P says pa, pa, pa. Can you do that? Go pa, pa, pa. And P is for pa, pa, pumpkin. So we are going to have P be our letter for today and our letter on the next class because we're going to learn more about pumpkins. So P. So I am going to hide the letter P behind one of the shapes, and we are going to try and find it. Do you think we could do that? Okay, I'm going to hide the letter P. All right. Which one should we try first? Should we try a circle? Does that one look good? All right, let's see if the P is behind the circle. It wasn't behind the circle. That was a good guess. Okay, should we go up and maybe try a triangle? Let's see if it's behind the triangle. Oh no, it's not behind the triangle. Where should we guess next? The star? Let's see. I love stars. It's not behind the star. We only have one left in this row, the rectangle. Should we try the rectangle? Yeah? Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not behind the rectangle. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pumpkins left. Which one should we guess? Let's try the oval. Not behind the oval. And we only have one left up here. Do you think it's behind the rhombus or diamond? Let's see. Not behind the rhombus or diamond. Remember that shape has 2 names. We have 2 left. Do you know eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Can you help me do it? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should we pick the heart? Let's see. We found it! The letter P was behind the heart because I love pumpkins and the letter P. Awesome job! Thanks for helping me find our letter P. Did you have fun doing that? Okay, I am going to teach you another little song, and I think we'll sing this next time too. So it's I'm a Little Pumpkin. Do you know the song I'm a Little Teapot? It's like that, but with a pumpkin. So can you make like a shape of a pumpkin? So I'm a little pumpkin, orange and round. Can you say that with me? Ready? I'm a little pumpkin, orange and round. And pumpkins have stems on top of their heads. So can you do this with your hands? Hopefully you can see me. Here is my stem. Can you say that? Here is my stem. And then the next part is that grew in the ground. Ready? That grew in the ground. When it's time to harvest, don't you shout. Can you say that? When it's time to harvest, don't you shout. So make sure you say the shout like shout. Okay, just cut my vine and pick me out. Can you say that? Just cut my vine and pick me out. So remember how I told you that they have vines? So the stem at the top, it grows really far into the ground, and that's called the vine. So when you're ready to get a pumpkin, when you're ready to harvest it, which is a fancy word for pick your pumpkins, you cut the vine and pick it out. Do you want to do it with me one more time? Ready? I'm a little pumpkin, orange and round. Can you be orange and round? Now give yourself a stem. Here is my stem, it grew in the ground. When it's time to harvest, don't you shout. Just cut my vine and pick me out. Great job! I think this is a great pumpkin that we picked at Mr. Stripes picked at the pumpkin patch. All right, so remember how I told you pumpkins at the pumpkin patch, a lot of the time they grow in rows, or you could go in rows to pick your pumpkins. Well, we're going to make our own little pumpkin patch now. So right here, I have my Thumbkin Patch because we are going to do kind of like what we did last time with our tree, but this time we're going to make pumpkins with our thumbs. So remember how we used fingers to make our tree? I love finger painting, which is why we get to do it 2 times because it is so much fun and this is so cute too. So what you need is your orange paint, and if you have a paper towel or something to wipe your fingers off on, I would recommend that because you're going to get a little messy. And so we have the Thumbkin Patch. Do you guys have this paper and your paint? Are you all ready to go? If you don't have it yet, just pause the video and then have a grown-up help you get those things. All right. So what you are going to do is you're going to take your finger or your thumb, I'm going to use my thumb, and you're going to stick it in the paint. And then you could kind of wipe, like I have kind of a lot, so I'm just going to wipe a little on the edge. And we're going to put some pumpkins. So, boop, put it right on the vine. You could do some on top of the vine. And then when you need more paint, just dip again. And boop, boop. How are you doing? Is your pumpkin turning out good? Your little pumpkin patch? Boop. Boop. I need one up there. Okay, and now I could go on to my next row of pumpkins. Okay. So, I'm going to keep going. And one last row. Are you on your last row too? I need a little more paint. Ooh, that's a big pumpkin. I bet your pumpkins are a lot smaller than mine because you have little kid hands and I have big grown-up hands. How did your pumpkin patch turn out? Are you all done yet? If you're not all done, that's okay. You can pause the video and you could spend some more time working on it. While we're waiting, would you like to sing the 5 Pumpkins song with me again? But I'm not going to grab out my, well, I could grab out my pumpkins. Sorry, I changed my mind. So let's do our 5 Pumpkins song. We have time to sing it one more time. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, ready? 5 pumpkins, orange and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be some pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there are 4 left in the ground. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Show me 4 fingers. 4 pumpkins, nice, big and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there are 3 left in the ground. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Ready? 3 pumpkins in the ground. 3 pumpkins, orange and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there are 2 left in the ground. 1, 2. Show me 2 fingers. 2 pumpkins, orange and round, sit on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there is 1 left in the ground. Ready? Last one. Show me 1 finger. 1 pumpkin, orange and round, sits on the cold, cold ground, ready to be a pumpkin pie. Yum, yum. Along came Farmer Brown, picked one that's nice and round. Now there are no pumpkins in the ground. Yay! All right, before we go, I hope you had time to finish. We're going to call Mr. Stripes, and he would love to see how your Thumbkin Patch turned out. So can you help me call him? Say, "Oh, Mr. Stripes." Here he comes. Hi, Mr. Stripes. Hi, friends. How are you today? We are doing so good. They wanted to show you their pumpkin patch. Can you hold up your picture to the camera so Mr. Stripes can see? Oh, that's perfect. You did an awesome job with your Thumbkin Patch. Can you give yourself claps? Yay! Great job. And it is time for us to say goodbye. So we are going to sing our goodbye song. Ready? It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say a big hooray! And then be on our way. Thanks for learning with us, and I would love to have your grown-up take a picture of your pumpkin patch and show it to me because I love getting those pictures and seeing how they turned out. It makes me so happy. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!